If you're feeling frustrated because you can't find a decent pair of pants, then I know how you feel. Pants are one of the hardest things to find for the wardrobe, so you're definitely not alone. In this video, I want to talk about why it's so difficult to find a decent pair of pants, and what you can do to find decent pairs for you going forward. If you like this video at any point, please feel free to drop it a like, and now that's all out the way, let's get into the video. So let's talk about the sizing problem first. So with things like hoodies, sweatshirts, and t-shirts, you can measure the length, the width and the sleeve length of one that you already own that you really like the fit of, and it can give you a good idea of what to look out for in the future. But with pants, it's a lot more complicated than that. You've got the waist size, the rise, the thigh width, the length, the taper, the ankle width, the list goes on. So even if you know all your measurements, finding a pair straight off the rack that matches all your measurements is slim. And that's where a tailor comes in, Harry, I hear you say. And yes, you're right. But that's only if you know a good tailor, because if you don't, you could end up with something like this. This is a pair of jeans that I took to my local tailor, and look at the state of them. But what I'd always advise you do when buying pants, which I didn't do with this pair, is get the waist size, the thigh width, the crotch area, basically the whole upper part of the pants, as close to perfect as possible straight off the rack. It really doesn't matter if they're too long, that's the least of your worries. Even a bad tailor should be able to shorten a pair of pants. But if they start messing around with the waist too much, it can change the shape of the trousers, and it can affect the drape of the trousers, and you can end up with something nasty looking. And if you're really unlucky, then you could end up with a mess like this. And you don't want that, do you? But at least finding a waist size that fits you should be easy, right? You just take a measurement of your waist and buy that size pant. If only it was that easy. Some brands size 30 might fit more like a size 31 or 32, and other brands might fit more like a 28 or 29. With some brands, I've even had pairs of pants that fit me that say they're 3 sizes too small for me. I'm looking at you, Weekday. In my opinion, a measurement that's listed should fit that measurement, and it should be as simple as that. Another thing, if you're in between waist sizes, a lot of brands don't offer between sizes. If they don't, then they normally go up in even numbers, so a size 30, then the next size up is a 32, then a 34, and so on. So if you're in between sizes, then either your pants are going to be too big or too small, so it's not great. Providing their measurements are accurate, of course, and it's always when you don't want them to be accurate that they always are. Anyway, I was a size 31 for a long time, and it was an absolute pain, so I feel for you out there who are in between sizes. If you are in between sizes, then my advice would be to look out for pairs of pants with a stretchy waist or adjusters. I love built-in adjusters, and I wish all pairs of trousers had them, but they're really difficult to find. And then we've got jeans. You can buy a pair of jeans that seem to fit you perfectly off the rack, but as soon as you wear them a few times, they stretch out and now they're too big for you. So to avoid this happening, you need to buy them so they're snug in the waist. You still need to be able to button them up, and you don't want to cut off your blood circulation, but just get them so they fit snug, you know what I mean. But whenever I do this, I've got to admit, I'm always a little bit nervous. What if this pair don't stretch out, or what if they stretch out too much, is always a worry of mine. Most of the time they're going to be absolutely fine, I'm just a worrier, I overthink too much, and I'm overly fussy. But basically, if you're buying a new pair of jeans and they feel a little bit loose in the waist, then they're only going to get bigger, so keep that in mind. And if in doubt, look to Reddit. It's more than likely that there's going to be someone on Reddit who's already asked about the pair of pants you're thinking of buying, and whether they stretch out or not, or any other questions they've got about them. And if no one has asked, then you can always ask. I'm sure there's someone out there who already owns the pair of pants that you're thinking about buying, who'd be happy to answer your questions. Now, I will be showing you a load of pants in just a second, but there's a few more problems that I need to talk about first. The first is all about colour and materials. So colour fading with denim, great, but with trousers or chinos, not so great. I've spent so much money on trousers in the past that have faded on me really easily, and it's really annoying. And before any of you say I'm probably washing them wrong, I'm not, but some pairs just fade easily. I normally find black chinos or black cotton twill trousers fade the easiest, so just be careful. Synthetic materials do hold their colour a lot better, but I do prefer to wear natural materials when possible. But just remember to always check the care label label on the pants that you're washing, and if you feel really nervous, you can always hand wash them. Also, while we're talking about washing, a lot of trousers are dry clean only. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want to have to go to the dry cleaners every time I want to wash my trousers. It's an absolute pain, and it does put me off buying pairs that are dry clean only. But I think the best thing to show you now is show you some different pairs of pants and talk about what I like about them and what I don't like about them. So my measurements, I'm 6 foot, I've got a 30-inch waist and a 22.5-inch thigh. Let's get into it. So first up, we've got a pair of trousers from Uniqlo. So the pros of these, they're affordable, the quality is great for the price, they hold their colour fantastically, and they hold up really well in general. I do like the taper they've got and the slight crop, but the shape isn't great for me, which takes me on to the cons. So if these fit you well in the waist, they're going to be grand. But for me, the waist is too big on these, and the upper part of the trouser and the way they drape on me is unflattering. Now, I did try on the smaller size, and the smaller waist size was perfect for me, but the rest of the trouser was too small for me. And there's nothing you can really do to fix that, so I went for these. So if you've got a size 32 waist, these are probably going to be perfect for you, but they're not for me. I never have much luck with Uniqlo trousers, which is a massive shame, because if they fit you, you really can't beat them for the price. So we've got a pair of trousers that a lot of people love next, and it's the Dickies 874. So the pros, they're relatively affordable, they're really durable, the fit can be absolutely amazing for some, and they're extremely versatile. They're also timeless, so you can wear them in 5 years time or 10 years time, and they're not going to look out of place, and you can wear them with any style. The cons, they're a cotton poly blend, and they do tend to pill a lot, and unfortunately the fit isn't right for me. They fit me perfect in the waist, but the crotch area is too tight, and you can see the fabric pulling in that area. Also, the seam up the back is digging into my arse crack, and I don't like the way that feels. So yeah, these are amazing pants if they fit you well, but my proportions aren't loving these, so unfortunately they're not for me. Next up, we've got a pair of jeans from Orslo. So the pros of these, they're a beautiful pair of denim and they're very comfortable. The wash is also delicious, and I love these jeans. But I was an idiot when I bought them. So I got these jeans brand new, and I got them so they fit me well, not snug, well, which was a big mistake. Of course, they stretched out, and now the crotch area is far too big, and it looks sloppy. I've had jeans in the past that stretch out a lot, and some hardly stretch out at all, so you never really know what you're going to get until you buy a pair. But I have learnt my lesson from this, and I should have sized down, and I'll never make that mistake again. Buy snug with jeans. Next up, we've got the Issey Miyake pleats. So the pros of these, they keep their shape no matter how much you wear them or wash them. They fit any waist size, and they're really comfortable. And they hold their colour without fading at all. I've had these for over 2 years, and I've worn them a lot, and they still look pretty much the same as the day I bought them. But what about the cons? So personally, I don't love the fit of this exact pair anymore, but that's no fault of the pants. This is just a change in my personal taste since I got them, and sometimes you can't do anything about that. They're made from 100% polyester, but they need to be to hold their shape and their pleats, but some people aren't going to like that, and they cost a small fortune. So next up, we've got a pair of jeans from All Saints. So the pros of these, the waist and the crotch area fits me really well, and I love the length. The colour's really cool, the quality feels nice, and they haven't stretched out much at all since I got them. So what about the cons? Well, to be honest, these are pretty good. Are they perfect and everything I dream of in a pair of jeans or pants? No, but they're pretty good. Next up, we've got some pants from Acne Studios. So these really are a beautiful pair of trousers. The quality and the cut is fantastic. They're a wool blend, and you can see the quality of them through the screen. What about the cons? They're dry clean only, which can be an absolute pain. I also bought them when I was a waist size bigger, so they are too big for me, but that's no fault of the trouser, but they do cost a small fortune. Next up, we've got a pair of pants from NN07. So the pros, they're an interesting cut if you like a taper, they're extremely versatile, and they look good with any shoes that I pair with them. The cons, they faded after the first wash, and I was extremely disappointed. I hope you can see that on camera, but faded trousers just look sloppy. But it's not the end of the road for these. I can dye them, and they'll probably be absolutely fine, but it's annoying to have to do that when you spent so much money on something. It's annoying to have to do that anyway. So as you can tell from the pairs of pants in this video, I'm still looking for the perfect pair for me. Do they exist? Who knows, but I'm not going to stop looking for them. If I forgot to mention anything, please do let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this one, do leave the video a like, don't forget to hit subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. See you later!